4 days, maybe 5, but I'm thinking it's 4 since I last did this. There's more repetition of everything I was doing. So, get a close up here. 2-inch square or rectangular or whatever you want to call it. Poultry netting on the roof. That's just to keep the aerial predators away. All 4 houses are done. 4 out of 6. I've got, slow down there, one 8x8 shed coop. Right now it's got a door that will eventually move to the opening I just came through. So I've got a frame in the opening, move that over, and I'll eventually make a door that's wooden that fits this hole. And I've got 8 week, they'll be 9 weeks old here in 3 days. Chicks in here, pullets, though one ended up being male. So I've got this cleared out. I've got the next one cleared out. That one is 10 by 20. It's going to hold the well simmers. I've got to frame in the door. And I'm recycling for now one of the coops that I had at the old place. So, little door, little nesting box. There's only going to be 6 birds in here, so plenty of room for them. We'll move to the next one. This will temporarily hold all my mixed hens till they have their own breeding runs and coops, and the laying flock will actually be going down where we're going to walk in a second. And that one is actually going to have a 20 by 40 run besides the coop, because that will be just for the eggs that I'll be taking to the farmer's market. I do have pounded in the stakes for the corners of the coop. This is going to be a split coop, so it's 14 foot wide by 8 foot deep. There's the middle post, and it'll run somewhere in that mesquite, which is going to have to go bye-bye. It's going to be cut down and hauled out so I can put the coop in here. Of course, I've got white thorn to clean up. I've got a few tumbleweeds to get out, and a few of whatever those are. I'm pretty sure that they'll end up being what that is. They have a taproot on them like you wouldn't believe, and it's thick. Get these 4 coops done and the runs, and I can get the greenhouse started. These last 2 runs and coops can come down a little bit later. I still have a lot of clearing of whitethorn, cactus, and mesquite, and creosote out of these last 2. Eventually, because I'll be doing the 90-degree turn here at this last house, so we will go 20 feet that way towards the brush that side, and then we will continue 18 feet that way, because the next runs will run this way to make my garden U. Those runs will start probably getting put up end of February, more than likely. I am about 75 feet from that corner to my property line. and just barely make out the white stake. Right there. The actual corner is over in those trees there. And then I go all the way to that barn. And of course, all the way to the road. For some odd reason, when they put the house in, they put the house near the south border and in the back, probably at the 2/3 mark. So they didn't center it for some odd reason. But I've made progress. And this in the front, because until I get everything done, critters can come in here and dig under the wire because it's just sitting on the top. I'm going to put a row of raised beds through here, metal ones, down this line. It'll be the first row then of plants that will be grown in the garden area. And I'll just have to make sure that I put it far enough away from greedy little beaks of my tiny dinosaurs. So this one, of course, has nothing above it. Yay, no netting. So whatever does not fit in these 4 runs in their temporary coops will be, once this is cleaned out, put in here for now. And then I have one of the A-frames that I saw off of Edge of Nowhere Farms channel, who, forget the name of the guy that invented them, or not so much invented them because people have made them before, of one side or another, but actually published them in a book with plans. So the A-frame is going to back up to the coop on this side and go out that way. So it is 8 feet deep. That section of fence there is 5 feet, so it'll hang over 3 feet. It's 6 foot wide, and yeah, so that will also keep anything from digging in there by putting that A-frame there and one of the 4-foot runs there and one along the back. Those are the temporary ones. So when I actually build them here, I will make them, instead of temporary, I will probably make another A-frame to go on the back of the coop. You know what? It makes more sense to go towards that mesquite tree lengthwise. That covers the whole 8 feet, brings the door to the end of the coop, and then, or the frame of the door frame, and then make another 8 foot that brings it over here, so it makes a little corner there. That makes more sense. So that's probably what I'll do. That will be in another posted video, because this one will end when I finish the split coop, finish the door frames and the sidewall frames. That will finish this. Later on, when I do the A-frames, I'll do another video, short one, and the last 2 runs and coops will be shown when I start the back of the U going that way. So, it's been a lot of work. Let's see, hour-wise. I'm probably, because of the heat and that, what are we at? 8-9 days, somewhere around there. So we're probably at close to 30 hours, mainly because I have all this wire I had to stretch, and I built and rebuilt that coop. Money wise, what do I've got in this? Using the parts and all that, the runs, since they're metal with the T-post and that, and all the wire, $8 $800 or so. The coop probably cost me about $220. So I'm about, say, $1,100 into this project so far. Of course, all the chicks that are in there, if they all sell, that will be about $860 worth of chickens. So far, the chickens are covering the costs, which is a good thing, because I don't want to keep going into the hole to build infrastructure and have to wait years to recoup my costs. Once this initial 6 are done, or 4 are done, I can sit back, get those sold, get everything paid for, and then build the money to do the next sections so that I can do the expansion. Because this one will eventually house my Delaware flock, more than likely. Heritage Delawares. That's the Welsumers. Those are the mixed for now, which are crested cream leg bars, cinnamon queens, my black copper Morans, all the young pullets that are just starting to lay, but I don't want to breed yet. The next small house will be for the lavender Orpingtons. And then I've got a house, the bigger house back there. When it gets done, we'll have the black copper Morans breeding pen, probably. By the time I get that one finished and enclosed and done, I'll probably have changed my mind. It's a little loose. Couldn't get it quite stretched 100% to be completely taut. But you know what? That gives it a little bounce that if a big bird hits it, it's more apt to bounce off versus hit it and actually go through. Okay, this is the end of this one. Like I said, one more section before I put this video all together, and it will be with the next coop done, the door frames are in, and then this one will get posted. All right.